Hey everybody, welcome back to Monster Jaws. I'm your host, Mr. Monster Jaws, and we show art videos for all ages. It doesn't matter if you're a kid, a grown-up, an ancient one, whatever. I want to show you how to draw cool and bizarre monsters, so we're going to get started here today. I wanted to draw like a burger monster, but I thought that wasn't quite enough. So I decided to make it like a ghost burger monster, like a vengeful ghost from beyond the grave who's come back to haunt you. So we're going to get started here right away. And I want him to kind of look goofy, so I'm going to give him two different size eyes. So I'm going to draw one circle here, about that big, and another circle here, make it a little bigger. Both these eyes are going to be pretty big for him, but I'm just making them different sizes to add that extra level of strangeness to it. I'm going to put the reflection in the eyes just by kind of drawing these shapes like that. They're kind of shaped like guitar picks almost. Then we're going to make smaller circles in here. Those will be the irises, the colored part of the eye. Then we'll draw the pupils here with another circle inside that. And we'll color those in black. Now this guy, I want him to have like smoky ghost energy around his eyes. So I'm going to kind of make these wavy lines coming off his eyes and kind of smokily trailing behind like that. Okay. Now for the bun, we're going to draw his burger bun. So I'm going to make it coming down with a curve over here, and it's going to curve like this. Make another curve up right here, and then we'll draw the top of the bun back there. And I want some sesame seeds, so I'm just going to draw these little ovals on here like that. I think he needs a big tongue. He's not going to have like teeth and everything. He's just going to have a big tongue sticking out here with that big curved line. It gets wider at the bottom. And we'll draw a curvy line to match it right there. So when you make a burger, what do you put on top versus what do you put on the bottom? I don't know. I usually like to put my meat on the bottom and then the cheese if I'm doing a cheeseburger, and then the other toppings on top of that, ending with the mustard or the ketchup or both. But for this guy, I'm going to do the cheese first because I think that looks the best visually. So I'm going to just make some curved lines here, do one back there, and then I'm going to attach these together like that. Then I want the cheese to kind of have a little thickness to it. So I'm going to draw a line that matches right there like that. It matches the same curve of that line. So now let's do the burger patty. The burger patty, I'm going to do kind of a wavy line here like this. Kind of bumpy, look like ground meat. And then maybe I want to do a little line like that to kind of show where the burger's formed edge is. Put some little dots and curved lines in there. That gives it that nice little texture. Maybe I want him to have like a few little hairs stuck in his meat. Like he's pretty gross because he's been in the grave and he's just come back. So maybe we'll do that. Another couple little hairs stuck in the burger. Okay, I like that. That looks pretty cool. And I think I'm going to do a lettuce leaf now. So to draw the lettuce leaf, you want to just kind of draw these kind of curvy, wavy lines all the way around. And then you can do this. You can make these little curves within that and add these lines on to make it look like a lettuce leaf. And you know what? Shoot, I should have made it have like a bite out of it or something. That would have been cool. I'm going to give him arms and legs. And I'm just thinking, what is this guy's story? How did he come to be? Was he accidentally eaten and then they didn't like him, so they tossed him away after a bite or two in the trash, and now he's angry at them? Does he want to be eaten? Or is he coming back because he didn't want to be eaten, and this is his ghost. I haven't really thought about that. I made this arm here just by making a line, almost a straight line here. Give him a little shoulder by doing a little curve there with this, and then kind of curves out at the elbow here. I'm gonna make his hand now, and I want it to be like holding a sword. So I'm gonna make that out for his thumb, and the rest of his hand will come down like that. And he's holding a sword because he's a vengeful ghost. He's going to strike terror in the hearts of the person who didn't finish eating him. So as you can see, I'm starting on the sword. That's the cross guard, and then we'll make the handle like this. I'm not going to do the handle all the way because I just want to go this far so then I can know where to draw the rest of the hands. So let's have him have 3 fingers. Now I can finish the handle coming out the back side of his hand like that. See? And then I'll just draw these like that so it looks like he's gripping the sword. Maybe we'll add a little bit of embellishment here to the back of it. And then for the blade, I want it to be like kind of look rusted and broken down. So I'm going to make these little notches in it as I draw it. And I'll put this line down the middle. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I want it to have like this ghostly energy around the sword blade too. So why don't I make those same kind of wavy lines that I made around his eyes up here or down here as well. We'll kind of have it going in front of his arm a little bit. Okay, very cool. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of what would his story be? Why is he so angry? Why is he coming back from beyond the grave to haunt his diner, the person who was going to eat him? I think that's going to be his story. He was going to be eaten, he didn't get eaten, and now he's mad about it. So he's coming back to force them to eat him. Now for his other hand, I don't have much room here. I think I'm going to kind of draw it like this, like in a kind of like he's floating and his hand has like some of this ghostly fire energy in it. So I'm going to draw his hand. Let's see. If I want him to be bending his arm, I'm just going to draw the arm as though it would be there. So I'll draw his hand right here. These are the fingers, and this will be the thumb. And then I can just go like this. And we'll draw the hand connecting there, and it'll come out like that. There we go. That looks pretty good. I wish I would have had a little more room to do it, because that would have looked better. But you live and you learn, right? If you make a mistake, just keep going. That's one of the things I want to teach with this channel. If you make a mistake, you can just keep going. You can always fix it later. There I just added some extra, an extra line onto his hand. Above each finger it curves. That gave it a little more depth there. Okay. And then I put that same kind of swirly, smoky stuff around his hand. Now for his legs. He's going to be floating, so I don't actually want his feet touching the ground. I'm going to have his legs be kind of long. And where it goes behind this smoky mist, I'm just going to have part of it show. And then I'll add that little ball that's on your ankle joint. And we'll add his foot like that. There we go. And then his other leg will also be up like this. And we'll have that foot appear about right here. There. Now we have this floating, ghostly burger ghost. I think he looks pretty cool. Maybe I want to do a couple more sesame seeds here. Those kind of look like his nostrils now. I think that looks kind of neat. Kind of makes him look like a frog. Okay, now we need to color it in. So because this guy is kind of ghostly and wispy. I think I want to do like an ectoplasm green for the ghost energy around the eyes. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to use these two different greens, and I'm going to do dark green just around the edge. And then I'm going to do some light green and kind of try to blend it together here where they touch. And I'm going to leave some of it white. A lot of it's going to be white to give it that glowing effect. Okay, I'm just going to do that for the rest of the ghostly fire now. Okay, now that I got that done, I got an idea. And I want to add some little wispy pieces of ghost fire along here as well. I'm going to color these in the same way that I color in the rest of the fire. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Now this guy can be thinking, ooh, you did not finish eating me. Oh. Okay, now for the eyes. If you've seen me do eyes before, you know this trick. I'm going to have them be green, same green as the other stuff, the ghost fire. Dark green and then a lighter green down here. Blend it together. Where they meet, it makes the eyes look really cool. Okay, dark green up here. Okay, there we go. Now for the rest of him. I'm gonna kind of make it burger-like, but not too burger-like because I want him to still look ghostly and ethereal. Ethereal means like translucent, like a ghost or a specter. This one's called Deep Golden. I'm going to try this for the bun. I don't really know what it looks like, but I guess we'll find out. Let's do yellow for the cheese. I have this yellow here. Okay, looking pretty good. For the tongue, let's just do red. I think, yeah, this is just a regular red. Okay, the meat. I want kind of a dark brown for the meat. Actually, maybe just straight up brown would look too dark. I'm not sure. I'm going to go with this color. It's called copper. Not sure where I got this. I don't want it to look too dark because it'll really contrast. It'll be too dark for the rest of the picture, is what I mean. Because none of the other colors are super dark, and if I just use a dark, dark brown, it's just going to look out of place. So I'll use this copper. Okay, for the lettuce. You know what, for the lettuce, I'm going to use this same light green I used for the inside of the smoke. Okay, now that's finished. I think what I'm going to do for the arms and the legs, I'm going to have them start the same color I did the bun, but I'm going to keep it white on the inside, and I'm going to have it slowly transition into the color of the ghost stuff. And I'm keeping that white on the inside as well. There, now it kind of, see how it kind of goes from regular burger into ghost burger. I like that. Looks very cool. Okay, and lastly, the sword. I think I want it to be like a ghost sword as well. So I'm gonna do the gray inside of it. I want this. This is just gray gray. This other one is dolphin gray, but I'm only going to put it on the outside of the outline because the rest is going to be filled in with the green as well to make it look like it's a ghost sword. So you can see I'm only putting the gray where the blade is not already covered by the green. I think I'm going to do a little bit more of the legs where they're passing through. I'm just going to make those be outlined in the light green. And then, as I always do, I'm going to take the colors I've already used and give it a little shading by going over it again. And finally, the finishing touches with some of the dolphin gray. Okay, and there you go. We've got a vengeful phantom burger. He's coming for whoever didn't finish him at the fast food restaurant. Oh, you should have finished me. Now I will haunt your dreams. Woo! Okay, everybody, like always, make sure you get your ideas in the comments for the next kind of weird creature you want to see, and I will see you later. Take it easy.